Vanessa, I heard about this from Mom. Are you really going to be getting married? That has to be a lie, right? There's no reason you should be able to get married to anyone right now.
I'm not sure why you think I couldn't get married to anyone at this time, but I am getting married. And I am planning on sending invitations to all the family here soon. So if you don't mind coming to the wedding, I'd love to see you there.
Huh? So you really are getting married then, aren't you? Stop screwing around.
What about this means that I'm screwing around?
You know that I'm your older sister, right? Older sister. So why do you, the younger sister, get to be married before I do? Normally, people would let their older siblings get married first before making their move.
What do you mean by that? I didn't think there was any normalcy to when siblings should be getting married. I just assumed it was based on timing, and that's it. I don't mean to get married before you as an insult or anything. I just happened to find a man that I wanted to live the rest of my life with and marry soon.
Do you really think it's okay for you to be happy with your soulmate before I am?
Huh? I don't get what you keep going on about. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me being happy with the man of my dreams. And I never related me being in this position before you, Emily. I'm not even married yet, and I'm still just as happy as I'll be after the marriage. So explain to me what you mean by me being happy before you with my soulmate.
You stop thinking about marrying that man right now. No, you're not marrying that man. Not until I have a man of my own that I'm married to first.
Emmy, would you quit acting like a child right now? Are you acting this way because you're jealous of me getting married? If you are thinking that, it's a total waste of your energy, so just don't worry about me. I think you're better off using all that energy finding a way to make yourself happy. Whether that's with another man or on your own.
Jealous? Why would I be jealous of your marriage? I am just disgusted by the fact that you're not playing by the rules.
What rules are you even talking about, though?
It's always been that the oldest sister is the first one to get married and leave the family. That's what I'm talking about.
That is not any kind of story or rule that I've ever heard of. What century ago was that rule ever a thing? Seems to me like something from way back, so you should just cool it and let me do what I want to do. And if that means you not coming to my wedding, then that's fine with me and you can stay away. I don't want any bad feelings between us, so just stop trying with me. See ya. It looks like Emmy's pretty upset with me right now.
Sure seems that way, doesn't it? But I had to tell her eventually that you'd be getting married. So there really was no way of us avoiding this.
Why is she so upset with me, though? Wasn't she supposed to be getting married herself?
She probably hasn't told you anything about it, but her and her fiancé broke up.
What?
The man she was with wanted to borrow her money. And so he did. Borrow a lot and ran off. Which left Emmy in a rough spot to the point she left her job. And so for a whole year now, she's been living back at home with us here.
So that's probably the reason she's having such a tantrum over me. I can understand her a bit more now. But although it's really sad that something like that had to happen to her, there's no reason for her to be taking out her feelings on me. I didn't do anything to her.
Right.
So at the moment, she's back at her home doing nothing at all with herself.
She's trying to find someone that she can get married to. But as for any sort of job, there is none.
I see. But I think it's not healthy for her to be getting all worked up over my marriage. I'm a bit worried now that she might do something outrageous at my wedding if she's in a mood.
I would really like for her to toughen up a bit and get back on both her feet. Now she's going to be living in our house forever if she doesn't do something with herself. I've even told her how I feel about that.
Well, let's just hope that she doesn't plan to do anything before or at my wedding.
I'd sure love to think that she'd stop taking out her frustrations on you. But who knows what she'll do?
I already told her that it's okay if she doesn't come to the wedding, so I'm sure she'll take me up on that and stay away. I'll try not to make her more upset than she already is.
Sucks to see that the wonderful wedding dress you planned to wear is totally ruined now. And just before the beginning of your wedding. Huh. I guess you'll have to cancel the wedding today, right?
What are you talking about? What wedding dress are you talking about? What is that picture that you just sent me of?
That would be your wedding dress. I made it completely black by pouring ink all over it.
That's my dress?
I'm sure it's hard to tell now that it's messed up. But you have no hopes of having a wedding now in that kind of dress, right? I'm going to make sure that I'm the one becoming happy before you can.
So, you did all that with the hopes of having my wedding canceled?
That's exactly right. I'm glad all has gone to plan for me so far.
And you thought that you were at the location of my wedding?
Huh? What did you say? The location of your wedding today was written on the invitation you sent. So I made sure to show up early and ruin that dress before anyone came into the dressing room. I wanted to keep it as a surprise for you to see soon, but couldn't keep myself from telling you about it. Now you can see that it's completely unacceptable for you to get married before your older sister. After having your wedding dress turned completely black, your wedding is over.
The wedding I'm having today is at a church, though.
Huh?
I see that you're excited to hear that my wedding is canceled, but my wedding is being held at a church, and my dress is nothing like that one in the picture. I didn't even rent a dress for the wedding because Mom will be letting me wear hers.
What are you going on about? You're lying, right?
Why would you think that I'd be lying to you? I think the dress you've just ruined is some stranger's. Ruining someone you don't even know's dress? Do you understand what might happen to you now?
What are you talking about, Vanessa? This has to be your dress. I made sure that this place was the exact place you had on your invitation.
Maybe you thought that you read the address right, but I'm not holding my wedding outside today. I will have mine in a church, and I don't plan to have a dress that big on for the wedding. The wedding will only be inside this church, although I'm aware that some weddings might take place in the courtyard outside of here.
Wait a second. I have no idea what you're trying to tell me right now.
Well, just know that that dress you've ruined is not the one I'm going to wear today. And so with that, whatever happens to you now has nothing to do with me. I have a wedding to prepare for now, so you can figure out what to do on your own now. Also, after seeing how screwed up you are by doing all of that out of jealousy, I'd like you to never come around me again. So go ahead and handle all of that on your own. And never talk to me again.
You hold on, Vanessa. Why are you going off on me like this right now? I did all of that to your dress, so you should be freaking out right now. I never heard anything about you having your wedding in a church or that you'd wear Mom's dress.
I never did mention any of that to you, and I'm very lucky now that I hadn't after seeing what mess you got yourself into. I'm going to completely cut ties with you now. So never come around me or talk to me again. I can't even believe you'd try something like that with your own little sister because of your jealousy.
So, this is seriously someone else's dress. I really thought that it'd be yours.
How many times do I have to tell you that's not my dress for you to understand? Do you need me to say it in another language for you?
Stop that! You can't even be upset with me now because this is all on you.
What? Why is it all on me?
If you'd known that it wasn't your dress, then why didn't you tell me sooner? You should have told me that you'd be wearing Mom's dress the last time we talked so that I could have ruined her dress instead. So this is all your fault.
You stop with all that BS right now. You are nothing more than a total prick of a sister right now.
Huh? A prick? What?
I'm not going to let you go off on me telling me that what you've done is my fault somehow. I have nothing to do with your mental disabilities. You've always been that way. Anytime something doesn't go your way, you blame it all on me. You think that you can just keep running away from your responsibilities like you're a 3-year-old? Well, you're in your late 30s now, so stop acting like a child or we'll have to put you in an institution.
But I didn't do anything wrong. It's all of you that have been doing things wrong.
Huh? All of us? So you're telling me it's all our fault that you are jobless and can't find anyone willing to marry a woman with childlike behavioral issues?
I say you all, but primarily it's all your fault.
Oh, come on now. I haven't done anything to cause you to act like a loser. All you think to say is that this is all my fault, but have you ever thought of replacing me with you? I haven't had anything to do with your life. The only thing I've ever done is live my own life. You have been the one to work your own jobs and the one in charge of your own happiness. And the reason that you're in such a crappy place right now is all due to yourself. It's not mom or dad's fault. It's not my fault. It's nobody but your own fault. So stop acting like a goddamn child. You are 33 years old now, so get off your butt and make a life of your own, you idiot.
You didn't have to say all of that to me. You're going to make me fall apart again. Why are you saying all of that to me? You have no right to be saying things like that about me. Do you really think it's okay to talk to your older sister like that?
Do you think it's okay to act that way because you're my older sister? Shut the hell up.
It's messed up that you'd talk to me that way, though.
Then let me ask you this. Do you think it's okay to spill ink all over some random person's dress like that? Maybe I'm not the one that's as messed up as you think.
I told you I didn't think it was some stranger's wedding dress. If I'd known that, I would have never spilled ink all over it. I was dang sure that that was going to be your wedding dress today.
Wait. It doesn't even matter whose dress it was in the first place. You are messed up for doing that all the same. If anything, you would have been in even more trouble had it been my dress. I would have made sure that you got sued in court.
Sue me? Your own family?
After showing me the person you really are, you're not family to me. You're not even like a sister to me anymore, so I'd be totally fine making you suffer. The fact that you thought it was funny to ruin someone else's big day, that's something most people would never even think of doing, so you're like a monster at this point. And another thing, the wedding that'll be taking place outside the church today in that courtyard is of a girl whose father is the sheriff of this town.
Huh?
We had seen them a while back when coming here to set up our wedding, and they mentioned that to us. The soon-to-be bride mentioned her father being high up in the police force or something like that. And I think I even spoke to him once.
What the hell? Now that's a joke. There's no way something like that could be true. Stop trying to make me freak out anymore.
Well, you'll find out the truth eventually, I'm sure. I know that you're at someone else's wedding location right now, but if it's of the girl whose dad's a sheriff, then you'll be in for a great time.
Stop trying to mess with me! Even if it is her dress, I've already started running away, so they'll never find me. The moment I fully realized it wasn't your dress, I ran from there. I didn't want to see the end of how badly I screwed up that stranger's day. Just make sure that you don't say anything to them if you see them.
Oh, it does seem like it was the wedding in the courtyard that you happened to mess up.
What? Huh?
So I think I'll let them know what happened. I'll try my best to make the story sound credible. I'll tell them that even though you're my older sister, you had a deep jealousy that you couldn't control and thought you were ruining my wedding. All right, I just let them know all of that for you. And I think her parents are not taking it too well. They said something along the lines of having you not only pay for the wedding dress, but for the whole wedding itself.
Hold on, what? You went and told them just now. I just ran over a mile away now, and you're saying there was no point to it?
Did you really think you could run away from your mistakes this time? Whether it's today or a few days from now, they are going to find you and take you down. The dress she has seems like something with quite a price tag on it as well. And it wasn't just a rental, but a dress that she'd bought herself and had placed at the wedding. You really screwed up this time, Emmy.
Why are you laughing? Nothing about this is funny in any sense. Oh, wait. Well, what should I do now?
I am about to start my wedding, so I can't do anything for you. But I can already see her dad getting into his patrol car, and he called for some backup to start searching for you. And Mom and Dad just told me that you can do whatever you'd like to try and evade them, even mentioning that you should try punching one of the officers. That way you can spend some time in jail and away from us. It's really up to you now how you plan to take responsibility for this.
Wait. I can't be taken into custody by the police. I didn't think something this scary could happen to me. I just wanted you to feel the same pain I've been feeling all my life. Why did this have to happen?
Because you have messed up thoughts like that. Well, it seems like the only one that will be feeling the pain you've always been experiencing will be yourself.
But you and I are sisters, right? Do something about this and help me.
I can't do anything for you. You did all of this to yourself, and you have to answer for it. And you're an adult now, and in your 30s at that, so you can learn today what happens when you try and ruin someone else's day. Just remember that Mom, Dad, and I are all cutting ties with you. So never show your face to us again. Your lack of handling your own emotions has really done it to you this time. Now, have a great one. I hope they don't go easy on you, Emmy. In the end, Vanessa and her husband were able to have a wonderful wedding together with all their friends and family. And Emmy was caught by the police and the sheriff and taken away to somewhere that nobody knew of. After a few days and being given her phone back, she tried time and time again to get Vanessa to help her. But at that point, Vanessa was on her honeymoon and didn't look at her phone. And because of that, Vanessa was left to her own demise. However, after a few months had passed, Vanessa made a surprise visit to her parents' house and made it seem as though she had really grown up into a full adult. She had a job again, working on a factory line, but she didn't say much else to her mom about what she'd been experiencing on her own. I'm sure that whatever it was too troubling to have to tell anyone. But after that little visit with her parents, she left and never came back to them again. And I'm sure that's for the best, as nobody wanted her around anyway.
Man, Carla, I'm so sorry about what ended up happening to you. Who would have thought that you'd actually fall down all those stairs? You look so sad and messed up now. But I don't care. Better luck next time.
What are you talking about, Elise? Are you actually that screwed up in the head that you think this is all a joke? You were the one that pushed me down that long flight of stairs, right? Elise, do you not feel any sort of regret for what you did to me?
All I did was bump into you a little, yet you decided to make a huge deal of it by throwing yourself down those stairs on purpose. Stop trying to make this all look like it was my fault. Why is everyone trying to blame me for what you did to yourself, Carla? Maybe if you took better care of yourself, you'd have better balance and wouldn't have fallen all the way to the bottom of those stairs.
I am pregnant right now, which makes it a lot harder for me to stay balanced. I've known for a long time now just how much you hold grudges against me, but I didn't think you'd go as far as trying to hurt me when I'm carrying another life. I am no longer going to allow you anywhere near me, and I'm cutting all ties with you. My husband is saying he's doing the same thing as well.
Why is everyone making such a big deal over this? I didn't do anything wrong. You were all being a bunch of jerks by asking me to leave this house for good.
Well, you've done enough to me already, and today was the last straw, so kicking you out of the house is our last resort. You are not going to be forgiven by any of us after pushing me down the stairs after coming home to Mom and Dad's house for a bit before I give birth. All you are to me now is a stranger, and you will no longer get to think of me as your older sister. And don't even think about trying to come back here, because this is no longer your parents' home.
You guys are all the worst family imaginable after saying that to me. I didn't even do anything wrong, yet you want me to stay away from you all and never come back again? Well, I'll do the same then. Don't any of you guys dare try talking to me again.
Don't worry, because none of us will be. I'm only at Mom and Dad's house for a little while longer, but you are not welcomed back here. We are going to have the locks on the house changed, all to make sure that we don't have to worry about seeing you again. None of us want you around anymore, so goodbye forever.
Yoo-hoo! It's been such a long time, Carla! Are you doing all right?
Huh? Who is this that I'm talking with right now?
What are you saying, Carla? You only have one little sister, right? And that's who's talking to you right now.
I'm sorry, but I don't have any little sisters.
What? It's been over 5 years now, and you're still going to be upset with me about all of that? That's all way in the past now, so you can just go ahead and forget about it, okay? There's no point in bringing something like that back up again when it's water under the bridge now, right? All you're going to do is start some more drama again and make things worse for yourself.
What do you mean that's all water under the bridge now? I have no idea what the hell you're going on about. You don't even have the right to decide whether or not something like what happened back then is over with yet. And let me just tell you this. Someone that pushes me down the stairs while I'm pregnant, resulting in me having a miscarriage, is not going to be my little sister any longer.
Sorry about what happened back then. There, now we can get back to being good sisters again.
What?
I'm sure that Mom and Dad are still living in their old house, right? Well, I'm going to be moving back into that house with my little boy, and he'll be able to see his grandparents. Make sure to give us your room, okay?
What are you going on about? Seriously? So far, I have not been able to follow a single word you're saying because it's all such bullcrap. You think you can come back here out of the blue? And you think bringing your kid with you will be okay?
What's wrong with me wanting to move back in with my parents? Recently, there's been a lot of people going back to live with their parents after having a few babies, right? And after having a divorce like me, it's the perfect option moving back in with the folks.
I don't really care about what others do and about your divorce. But you are not able to come back because there is no home for you here anymore.
Yeah. You were just going to keep using that as an excuse to keep me away from my parents and their home. But I have a kid that I'm bringing home with me. I will be bringing them their first grandchild, so there's no way Mom is going to tell me to get out of the house when she sees his cute little face. And actually, you don't have a kid yet, so you can leave that room and that house and make room for a proper woman. So how does that sound to you, Clara? The house is already very small, and having me and my boy in there will make it too cramped for all of us to live in, right?
Even after what happened 5 years ago, you still don't feel any kind of regret? And now you think you can just force your way back into our lives, you frickin' witch? You do understand that none of us are okay with you being around us, right?
What the hell are you talking about, Carla? You can't say crap to me when you're the one that's been living off Mom and Dad's money this whole time. How much longer do you plan on being a disgusting parasite?
I don't have all day to talk with someone who thinks that I'm the parasite as she tries to force her way back into our house. But know that I'm not here living off their money. I'm not even living in the same house as them right now, rather in a house within their neighborhood.
I know that you love the relaxing life of not having to do anything besides take their money, but I'm not going to allow it. I'm coming back to that house to live with my boy. So you, childless freak, had better get the hell out of there.
I'm living in a tower apartment right now, Elise.
Freaking liar.
What would I have to gain from lying to you about that right now? I am living in a tall apartment building at the moment, and so are Mom and Dad. Actually, they live in the same apartment building as me.
Huh? What the hell?
And another thing, I'm not childless like you think. I'm sure you wanted to use your boy as a way of feeling as though you've one-upped me and can say whatever crap you'd like, but I have a kid now as well. And right now, we are all living in this apartment as a happy family. So why are you here talking to me still?
Oh my God. You've gone so crazy that you're living in a world full of lies. Do you really think that I'm going to fall for all that crap? I get that you're still upset at me for something I never even did to you, and you're willing to lie all day long to try and make me feel inferior. That's not going to work for me.
I don't care about what you have to say about me, but I'm telling you right now that I'm not lying to you. But if you still think that I am in fact lying to you, then go right ahead and return back to Mom and Dad's house.
I'm already on my way over there. I'm going to be pulling into their driveway in a bit here, so don't even try to hide from me and act as though you're not home.
We aren't going to be acting like we're not home. We no longer live in that house anymore, and you need to realize that that's a fact.
Hey, what the hell is going on here?
What is it this time, Elise?
Where the hell did Mom and Dad's house go? All I see here is a driveway and then some empty land where Mom and Dad's house used to be.
So you really did go there. I made sure to tell you the truth and everything, yet you still went. You really did think I was lying to you that whole time then. Well, the house was torn down a while ago, and all that's left is an open bit of land waiting for the next buyer.
Huh? This land is for sale now. So then there really is no house anymore around here.
You shouldn't have to be asking me these kinds of questions, Elise. You can see that there is no house there anymore and that all that's left is some dirt and grass in the driveway. Does this mean that you're having such a hard time understanding reality that you can't even tell what's real and what's not anymore?
I understand that the house is gone, but do things like this really happen? When the hell did you all move out of this house without telling me about it? I don't even know where you guys are living now either. I'm trying to ask Mom right now where she went, but she just keeps leaving me unread.
And she has the right to. Both Mom and Dad are still very upset with you after what you did to me a year ago.
Huh? They're still both upset over that as well?
What you did to my baby then is the same as killing someone, Elise. And you haven't even tried to apologize for what you did, so how do you think they'd want to forgive you? Nobody in this family has forgiven you, and that's why we never told you about us leaving that house and about where we all moved away to. To be honest, I don't even like telling you about how we moved. We cut all ties with you 5 years ago, and that means that we don't want anything to do with you anymore.
What the hell? I am not laughing about this anymore, Carla. Why are Mom and Dad still staying on your side after I didn't do anything wrong? There's no way they still think that I was the one to blame for your falling, right? And even if I am to blame, I'm still their daughter.
It's because you're their daughter that they were so shocked by what you did and became upset enough to never forgive you.
What?
That baby that you killed was going to be Mom and Dad's first grandbaby, and they were really looking forward to that. But after you went ahead and pushed me down the stairs out of your hate for me, you ruined everything.
Hate for you? I never meant to make you guys think that I hated you, Carla. But you all moving out of the house without ever telling me about it first is messed up. You could have at least told me that you were all leaving. I have the right to know about what you're all doing as my family, right?
No, you actually don't have any rights when it comes to us, Elise. You are no longer a part of this family. And I thought we made that all clear by telling you to stay away from us forever.
But all of that is in the past now. Right now, none of that has anything to do with the present.
I've had enough of your self-centered attitude towards us, Elise. Stop that crap right now. For whatever reason, you kept saying to everyone that you'd have a baby before me. And out of jealousy towards me getting ready to have my baby, you pushed me down the stairs so that you could stop my chances of giving birth and prolong the time in which you could have a baby of your own first. I am never going to forget about what you did to my baby and I, Elise. Do you actually think in that tiny brainless skull of yours that I'll forgive you for that?
I seriously didn't think that something like that would get everyone so upset with me, though. And to be honest, I didn't push you that hard in the first place. I've told you all that 100 times by now, right?
You cannot change the fact that you pushed me down those stairs on purpose, so stop freaking trying. There is nothing else you can do about us, Elise. We have all moved away into a tower apartment building.
A tower apartment building? What? So you really all did move into a tower apartment building together? Do you really think something like that could be possible?
Whether you think it's true or not, it's a fact. So I have nothing else to say to you about it now.
What do you mean you have nothing else to say? Let me live there with you guys right now. I have a boy of my own as well, right? Do you find pleasure in making a homeless mother live on the streets with her son in poverty?
Who gives a flying frick about you and that brat? You never cared about me when I was pregnant, instead pushing me down those stairs and literally killing my baby. How about you let your son have your phone so I can tell him what you did to my baby? What do you think he'll say?
Wait, Carla, don't tell my son about things like that.
I don't plan to tell him any of that, so calm down. And it's not like I have a way to tell him because you are never going to be seeing my family and I in your whole life.
Huh? What do you mean I'll never get to see your family? I want to bring my son back home to his grandparents so he can see everyone in his family.
And like I've been saying, you have no family or home to bring him back to, so just shut the hell up about it already. We are all living in this tower apartment building on 2 separate floors. Mom and Dad are on 1 floor and my family and I are on the floor above. We were able to do all of this with the help of a friend and can now live close to one another while also still having our own places. But you aren't going to be a part of this family because nobody here wants you to be. And I will not let you around my child either, as I'm scared you might do the same thing to him as you did to my last baby.
Why are you being such a witch? I am a part of that family, so you all stop being babies and let me come home. How old is your kid? I wonder if they're around the same age as my son. I think the both of them could get along really well and become super close cousins, so please let us come live with you guys and bring more happiness to the family.
After what you did to my last baby, I'm not going to let you anywhere near my kid now. Who the hell do you think you are, Elise? Nobody here wants you in this family, and I literally mean nobody. And as for my husband, he doesn't even like the mention of your name because it brings him terrible memories. I'm sorry, Elise, but you are nothing to us, and we all want to keep it that way.
I'm nothing to you guys? What the hell is wrong with you all? My son is a part of your family, right? And right now, neither of us have a place to call home anymore. Do you not feel bad for my son, at least?
Mom just got a call from your husband a little bit ago, Elise.
Huh?
He told her that after talking with you about wanting a divorce, you didn't finish the talks with him and ran away from your home with your guys' son. And he says the reason he wants the divorce is because you've been having an affair. Your son is only 2 years old, yet you leave him with your husband 24/7 so that you can go out and have fun with that other man. Are you going to tell me that your husband is lying about all of that?
What he said to Mom is in fact true. Why the hell would that bastard get my mom involved in all of this? He's literally the worst husband anyone could ever ask for. Now he's made you all aware of what's been going on.
Don't tell me that you ran away from him with your son because you're afraid that he'll take your boy away from you and force you to pay child support. Well, if that's your reason for running out of your house with your son, then hurry up and give him back to your husband and stop complaining about how bad we should feel for your son. And do that before the police are made aware of this.
The police? There's no need for the police to get in all of this. Carla, please don't be that upset with me. I just want to come and live with all you guys again with my son as well. I know that for a while now I haven't been doing a great job as his mother, leaving him at home all day with his father, but I'm sure Mom will be thrilled to see him, right? And I bet that Dad will also forgive me and let us be one big happy family again, right? Can you help me get them to forgive me? And also being able to live in that tower apartment, well, it would be freaking awesome.
Elise, I think I have a great understanding of what's going on here now. After these past 5 years, you have only become more toxic of a person, and not just to me, but to everyone you ever bother hanging around.
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
You wanted to use your son as a way of getting back into this family and then wanted to have Mom and Dad care for him for you, right? And I'm sure you thought it'd be pretty nice that way because Mom and Dad would be the ones paying to support your son and not you, right? This isn't a freaking game, Elise. What the hell is your idea of children?
Hold up, why are you getting even more mad now? I told you that I want to be together with my son and you guys, right?
You want to be together? Good freaking luck, Elise. I don't think that's going to happen, though, because you had your chance to live together with your son and family, but chose to cheat on your husband and leave your son home alone for most of the day until your husband came home to care for him. I haven't seen what life was like in your husband's house, but I can imagine it very well. You have no right to any child when you treat them like that.
Carla, I'm sorry. Don't be so upset with me. I don't have anywhere left to go right now. If you don't help me, I don't know where I'll be able to go. Help me, please? I'll make sure to change after.
Go screw yourself.
Huh? Why? I'm being serious about asking for your help, yet you're still going to say no?
You are a complete stranger. Why would I let a homeless stranger and her beast move into my lovely home with my family, I don't care about what happens to you, but I do feel bad for your son, so hurry up and give him back to his dad. And I'm going to tell your husband right now that you're near Mom and Dad's old house so he can come get you.
Huh? Why are you telling him needless things like that? You do not have to do that!
Stop typing in all caps, you child. And if you didn't want me doing something unnecessary, then maybe you should have stayed home and away from my family. You're the one without a child, so maybe you should leave that boy with his dad and get lost. It's been 5 years now, but what you did to me is still fresh in everyone's head. At this point, you have grown so toxic that I can't even begin to try understanding why you act like that.
Wait, Carla, I'm sorry. I promise that I've learned my lesson.
Well, if you learned your lesson, then you can get the hell away from my family and I and stay away. Go rot in hell, you witch. And once you're done rotting away, Maybe then I'll be willing to forgive you. After that, Carla did her best to ignore anything else of what Elise had to say to her. She even went ahead and blocked her number, as well as had the rest of the family do the same in order to avoid any further stress. Elise's husband then came and found her and his son and brought them both home with him safely. He then was able to get full custody of his son and kicked Elise out of the house, asking for her to pay child support every month. Of course, she won't be able to do that and will spend the rest of her life on the streets with nowhere to call home besides a park bench. There was no avoiding this outcome after the way she treated everyone, and so we can all agree that her life on the streets is well warranted. Even her parents don't think of her as family anymore, so she really has ended up as the worst kind of homeless, with no one and nowhere willing to cater to her toxic attitude anymore.
Hey James, are you at home right now? I just really wanted to talk to you about something if you had a quick moment to chat with me. I was just curious because I kind of wanted to talk to you about how dirty the house has been lately. Do you think that you could do something about that, please?
What? You want me to clean up the house? I can't believe that you're seriously asking me to do that. I'm pretty sure that's more your job than it is mine. Why in the world do you think I would even do something like that in the first place when I have a wife like you around to do it for me?
Well, I'm really busy with work, so I don't have time to clean the house as well. You do know how busy I am, don't you?
Oh, and you think I'm not busy? I have a job too, you know. You're not the only one who does anything around, you know.
I know that, but you know that I just tend to be busier than you, right? And it's not like I don't ever clean the house. I always make an effort to do something when I have the time. But I don't think it's fair that I should be the one doing anything around here. And so if you have some time right now, I would really appreciate it if you could help clean the house as well. I mean, you are the one making a mess all the time. You leave your clothes on the floor, don't put away dishes, leave empty cups all over the house. So I don't mind if you're going to do that, but if you could help clean up after yourself, that would be really great.
What the heck are you talking about, Rachel? You're the wife, so cleaning up the house is your job. Duh! How dare you even ask me to clean up when you should be the one doing it? Don't you have any sense in that head of yours at all?
I'm not trying to make you do anything, James. I'm only asking that you help me a little out more. I mean, I accept that I'll probably end up doing most of it anyways, but it would be really nice if you help me.
I already told you that I'm too busy with work to have time for any of that. Honestly, you think I have time to do all the housekeeping and do my job? Don't be ridiculous. If you're gonna treat me like this, then maybe I should just go and tell my mom about the kinds of things that you're saying to me.
I get that you're busy with work, James. I really do. But I'm just saying that I'm busier and I bring home more money.
Oh, there we go. The truth finally comes out. I knew that this was all about it. I work my butt off and try so hard, and it's still not enough for you because I don't make enough money. Well, excuse me.
I'm not even trying to make this about money or anything. I'm just saying that you and I both work, and I'm the only one who helps out around here. So could you please just try tidying up a little now and then? I mean, I'm really kind of reaching the limits of patience with you, James. Besides, next week is my little brother's wedding, and I have so much I need to get ready before that happens. So I just don't have time to clean right now. So please, all I'm asking is for a little bit of help around the house. Is that really so much to ask for? You really have got some nerve, young woman. Do you even realize that? Honestly, I have no idea where you even get off. I mean, are you serious? Tracy, so lovely to hear from you. I'm sorry, but I really have no idea what this could be about. Would you care to fill me in? I heard that you were going to take time off work. Is that true? Are you really going to do something like that? Because I don't remember giving you any sort of permission to do anything like that. So just who do you think you are, huh? Permission? I'm sorry, but since when do I need permission from anyone to do something like this? It's my job and my time off that I earned. So if I want to take it, I am well within my rights too. You don't really get a say in any of it. What are you talking about? I'm your mother-in-law. You should know by now that you should always run these things by me before you just go and ask for time off. I mean, did you even check to make sure that you weren't taking time off on a day when you were supposed to be cleaning? There's a schedule for the housekeeping, and if you're not going to respect that, is even the point of having it? Besides, you know that the days when you're not cleaning the house are the days that you're supposed to be going to work and earning money for us. So don't you go talking to me as if you get to make up your schedule without worrying about what anyone else has to say about it. Tracy, I'm really sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about at all. Do you really think you can tell me what to do? I mean, what is it that you're wanting from me? I want you to know that right now you're being an absolutely terrible daughter-in-law. How dare you take time off work without asking me first? You have no right to just laze about, especially not without my permission. Tracy, you're being completely unreasonable, and I really just don't think I could talk to you at all like this. But I would really like it if you quit trying to boss me around, because quite frankly, I don't care what you have to say. I'm taking time off my work, and that is that. It's already done, and I won't be changing anything. But I never gave you the permission to do that. You can't just leave work without asking me. Are you seriously still harping on about this? Besides, I know you're just taking time off of work to go back to your hometown. Isn't that right? Well, also, you forgot to ask me permission for that anyways. Are you talking about my little brother's wedding? Because if you think I'm missing that for anything, then you're dead wrong. Besides, I did invite James to come along with me, but he said he would rather have malaria than go to my brother's wedding. So anyways, I was going to just go by myself. Fine then, but if you're going to go to this wedding, then it means that on another day, you have to take James and I on vacation. Wait, what? Why? That doesn't even make any sense. If you can't do this for me, then you don't have permission to go to the wedding. Got it? Tracy, you're really not making any sense to me right now. But anyways, I'm going to take time off of work and I'm going to go to my brother's wedding, and that is all I have to say on the matter. I really don't even understand why my doing this is so upsetting you in the first place. It just doesn't make sense. Because you didn't ask me for permission for any of this beforehand. I've already told you. You need to think about the family before you go and just run off like this. I mean, how selfish can someone get? What exactly was I not thinking about before making any of these plans? I still don't get the point that you're trying to make. You really just don't get it at all, do you? I'm your mother-in-law and you're not allowed to do anything without my permission. And if you even think of trying to cross me, then it will be the end for you. Got it? Right. Well, I guess I will keep that in mind for future reference. Thank you. But anyways, like I've said, the plans are already in place. I've already gotten the time off and I'm going to my brother's wedding. So I understand that you might have some complaints about it, but that isn't going to change the fact that I'm going to go. Alright then, I see that you make your mind. But don't say that I didn't warn you. I really would just like you to leave me alone more than anything, Tracy. Anyways, I have to get back to work now, so bye I guess. I can't believe it. I really thought that you would have woken up and found some sense beforehand, but you really did go to your brother's wedding. How in the world did my poor son end up with such a selfish, horrible woman? But that's okay, because as of today, you're finished, completely through. Hello again, Tracy. Just what in the world could you be talking about this time? Are you still under the impression that you can tell me how to live my life? Because I don't intend to just take order from you. I work a full-time job, I keep the house clean, I'm allowed to take some time for myself and my family now and then. I mean, I don't even understand the problem that you have with me taking time off just to go to my brother's wedding. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself, Rachel? I am upset because you did all of this without my permission first. There you go again, just ignoring what I'm completely saying and what I just said to you. Well, I don't care what else you have to say to me because as of now, you and James are no longer married. I decided that I don't need a daughter-in-law who isn't going to obey me like she should, and you taking time off of work was the last straw for me. Wait a second, are you telling me that you got James and I divorced? You can't really be serious about that, right? I am very serious. It's done and there's nothing you can do about it. I really just don't even know what to say to you. I mean, what is the matter with you? You really broke up your own son's marriage all because your daughter-in-law wouldn't become your slave and follow every word? I mean, me taking time off work, using my own PTO, really made you this upset? I don't even know what to think about that. I told you that I haven't given you my permission, and yet you just went ahead and did it anyways. You don't have anyone to blame but yourself this time. I warned you over and over again that the only time you shouldn't be at work is when you're at home keeping the house clean. And now you're not at work or at home, so you really left me with no choice at all to do this. You must really be one of the most selfish women that I have ever met in my entire life. But I suppose since you've already gone and sent off the divorce papers, there is really nothing at all that can be done about it now. So whatever, fine. I give up on this whole thing anyways. There's no point in trying to talk sense into you anyways. That's right, there's nothing you can do about it. I've won and you've lost, and that's it. Mwahahaha. This is what you get for running off to your little brother's wedding and ignoring what your mother-in-law has to say to you. So you don't have to bother coming home at all since you don't have a house or husband to come back to anymore. Alright then, if that's really what you want, then I won't be coming home. Good, and I never ever want to see your face again. Do you understand me? Oh, don't worry, you won't. This honestly couldn't have happened sooner. If you really want to know how I feel about it, I'll just come over tomorrow to collect my things, and then I'll be out of yours and James' lives forever. Although I'm sure that the two of you are going to have some big change that you'll need to get used to me without there. So good luck with that. Oh, please. The only things that's going to change once you're gone is how much better our lives are finally going to be. I don't need anyone but my son, and I certainly don't need some useless woman like you hanging around and dragging him down. So you're really sure that you want to do this then? I mean, you do know that James only brings up about $600 a month, don't you? Wait, what? What do you mean? That can't be right. Anyways, I guess I need to go and call some moving companies to help me get all my things from the house. But I guess I really have to thank you for finally freeing me from that dead weight that was hanging around my neck. Rachel, are you there? Please, you have to pick up the phone. I really need to talk to you. This is an emergency. Please, pick up. I don't have anything to say to you, Tracy. Not only that, but I'm at work right now and can't talk on the phone anyway. So just what is it? What could you possibly want from me now? And don't bother calling again because I won't pick up. If you want to talk to me, you can text me. Okay then, I'll just cut straight to the point. Do you think you could come and move back in with me and James, please? Wait, what? You can't actually be serious about that, right? I know that you didn't just ask me that. I realized that I may have made a few mistakes in the past. And anyways, I realized that I said some things that were wrong, and I was just hoping that you would come back here to live with us. We can just let all that bad blood that we used to have between be water under the bridge and not worry about that anymore, okay? So please come back to us? Yeah, that is going to be a very strong no from me. Thank you for the invite, though. Wait, what? What do you mean no? How can you be rejecting this? I said please. I'm saying no because I know that the only reason you want me to move back in with you both is because you're probably really behind on bills, isn't it? But if you think that I'm going to go back just because of your personal piggy bank, you have got another thing coming. Because I want nothing to do with you ever again. I have no idea what you might be talking about at all, Rachel. No, actually, that would be... I'm the one who has no idea what you're talking about. I mean, you were the one that forged divorce papers and broke up James and I's wedding. So I have no idea what you're thinking begging me to come back to you. You're nothing to me now. You're not my mother-in-law, and you're certainly not something who I feel like I owe anything to. You told me that you never even wanted to see my face again, remember? But I didn't really mean that. I just made a mistake. But I hereby formally give you permission to come back home. Now you'll come back, won't you? I never used to give two hoots about your permission, and I certainly don't care at all about them now. But you're not going to get a single penny from me, got it? This is a problem for you and James to figure out, and I want nothing to do with it. But wait, you can't just leave us like this. I mean, you know that we don't have any money to take care of ourselves. And just whose fault is that for kicking me out of the house in the first place? You're trying to say that this is all my fault, but that isn't true. I mean, I didn't even do anything to you. Yes, you did. You got James and I divorced and you kicked me out of the house. This is all your fault and you need to accept that and the fact that I'm not going to help you. But I really didn't know that James made so little money. I mean, after you told me that, I asked him about it because I thought you were just trying to scare me. But then he said it was true. Then I told him that I submitted divorce papers for the two of you, and he totally freaked out on me. He's really scary all the time, and I can't just live with this. Well, that sounds to me like you are a problem, really. Please, I had no idea that you were actually paying for everything in the house this whole time. I thought it was James giving me spending money the whole time, but it was really coming from you. That's right, and it's been like that the whole time, but you just had no idea, and I doubt you would have believed it if I tried to convince you otherwise. But how could I ever guess something like that? That was really true. I would have no way of knowing. I tried to explain to you before actually, multiple times in fact. But every time I did, you just called me a jealous liar. But the fact that your son barely makes any money at all, and you never bothered to ask him about it until it was too late. I didn't hide anything from you at all. You were just too dumb to do your homework before you went and kicked me out. But that isn't fair. How was I even supposed to know that was something I should have looked into in the first place? And it still doesn't change the fact that we don't have any money for ourselves. Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it. I already told you that you aren't going to get a cent from me. So don't bother asking. You were more than happy to live off my salary and use me to keep the house clean. And all the time, I never once got a word of gratitude. But I'm telling you that I had no idea about what the circumstances really were. And just whose fault is that? I thought that you were working so hard at cleaning the house because you knew that you didn't make enough money to be able to say anything against it. I really did think that James made more than you and that you were trying to get him to clean the house for you on top of that. Well, now you know that it was the exact opposite, not that it's going to change anything for you, you know? In fact, James doesn't even have a full-time job. He just works part-time anyways. Wait, what? Is that really true? That's right. So the fact that he's even making that much money is honestly a miracle given how few hours he works. Anyways, I don't really see the point in carrying on this conversation any further. I've told you all that you need to know. And nothing you say is ever going to make me change my mind in a million years. So you and James can have a good time figuring this out amongst yourself. Just leave me out of it. After that, I heard that the bills continued to pile up for Tracy and James, and that soon they couldn't even afford to make payments on the house anymore and they were kicked out. James was still furious at his mom and blamed what was happening all on her. He even stole what little money she had in her savings and ran off. Tracy had no choice but to go back to her hometown and beg her relatives to let her live with them. Except it was while Tracy was staying with her relatives that they learned that James had taken out some huge loans in her name before he ran off and disappeared. So not only did Tracy have every last penny stolen from her by her son, but he even took money from her that she didn't even have. I heard that when Tracy realized how she had been betrayed by her son and just how little James actually cared for her, that she fell into a deep depression and hardly even left the house. The debt problem was eventually cleared up because of the fraudulent nature of it. But even so, I don't think the damage it did to Tracy's heart ever recovered. As for James, I have no idea where he is right now. He fell off the map and is wanted for identity theft in connection to what he did to his mom. But whether he's been caught or is still on the run, whether he settled down and found a real job or is still a bum leeching of others, I just really have no clue at all. All I do know is that I'm glad to get rid of both of them and get on with my life without them. It was somewhat hard adjusting to being single after I went to my brother's wedding, but I talked to my family and they agreed to let me stay with them a while until I searched for a new place to live in. When I found one, I thanked my family and moved out. Now I'm able to concentrate on my work and on myself without people in my life expecting me to do everything for them.
Isabel, how are you? Where are you right now?
Charlotte, hi. I'm well. How are you? I'm at my parents' today. The kids haven't seen their grandparents in a while, so I thought it would be good to have a visit. Are you okay? Did you need me for something?
Oh, no, nothing's wrong. I just heard that you're gonna move out.
Yeah, we are. Not yet, but we've already spoken to a real estate advisor. Rumors really do spread fast, don't they? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since it's such a small community. We haven't decided when we'll be moving, but I think it'll happen in the next few weeks. We're hoping we can move out as soon as possible.
Oh, where are you gonna move?
We're going to move in with my parents. That's part of the reason why we're visiting for a few days. Both of my parents are getting on in age, and they're finding it difficult to get the shopping and chores done. My mother is especially frail recently. We're going to have their house remodeled to make it easier for them to move around and so we can all fit in. My husband's also asked to get relocated to this state for work, and they're giving us the green light, so everything's going according to plan.
Really? Well, good for you. But it'll be so lonely without you. If you're not here, I can't go to your lunch anymore. Who's gonna make us all those delicious lunches?
Yeah, I'm sure the kids will miss seeing each other every day at lunchtime.
I won't be able to eat your cakes and sweets either. Your handmade brownies are the best I've ever tasted. And I'll need to find someone else to drive my kids to school. Oh, it was really great having you around to drive us whenever we needed it. Without you here, I'm gonna have to do so much stuff myself.
Yeah, that's true. If you ever have the time, feel free to come visit us here. That'll give the kids a chance to see each other again. It's far from the city, but there's a lot of nature, and it's a lovely place with a lot of beautiful views. There's plenty of space for the kids to run around, too.
If you're gonna pay for the gasoline for the trip, then sure. You're moving out of state, aren't you? It'll take us a few hours' drive to get there, and that sounds really tiring. How about you come and get us?
I think that's going to be difficult. I'd have to drive around for 6 hours just to get you here. Well, if you're ever in the area, then let me know. I can prepare some brownies. Anyway, I've got to go. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, hey, wait a sec. I still have something to ask. What are you gonna do with your car when you move?
We'll be taking it with us, of course. We won't be able to get around without a car. We won't be living in the city anymore, so a car is a necessity.
Oh, but won't it be a bother to drive there? You could get a bus there and a new car when you arrive. I'll take your old car off your hands if you want.
I'm sorry, what? Were you just trying to make a joke? The car I have now is still new, so there's no point in buying another one.
Oh, I guess you really like that car. What about your furniture? The big electrics like your dishwasher and fridge? Oh, what about your TV? Are you gonna leave those behind? Why don't I just take them for you? That way you can save having to move them all the way to your parents' house. I prefer the refrigerator the most. The one we have right now is really small, and I've been looking for a big one like yours. Plus, your fridge is a new model, isn't it? It's energy saving too, right? But it's really big. It'll be really difficult to take with you. I should take it for you.
I'm grateful you're being so considerate, but we won't be leaving anything behind. We'll be using a moving company to take everything with us, and we've already made a list of the things that'll be going in the trucks, so you don't have to worry about lightening our load or anything. As for the stuff we don't need, we'll be selling those online, so there's no problem whatsoever.
What? Are you being serious? You're gonna sell things online, but you're not gonna give anything to me? I thought we were friends, so I was expecting something when I heard you were moving away.
Excuse me?
Well, you're moving away, so I thought you would give me something. I never thought you would just sell everything without telling me. I was really looking forward to seeing what I might get. I'm really disappointed in you. I thought you were much better than that. You could give me something, you know. We've been friends for a while now. You're surprisingly selfish, aren't you?
I don't understand why I have to be insulted like that. And you're calling me selfish? I don't think I owe you anything after all the favors I've done for you.
I don't remember you doing me any favors. What about your house? I can have that, can't I?
You want my house? Are you kidding me?
You definitely won't be using it. You're moving to a different house. And you can't take it with you. There's no point keeping it as a summer home since there aren't any great vacation spots in this area. We are friends, aren't we? You won't give me any furniture, so you'll give me your house, right? I'll forgive you for deciding to sell your furniture without consulting me if you do.
What on earth are you talking about?
I'm saying I want your house. Don't you understand English? You're not going to use it anyway. What's the problem? Don't tell me you're not going to give it to me either. I'm telling you I'll take your house for you. You should show a little more gratitude. I'm doing you a massive favor. This way, you don't have to deal with all the little details of having to put it on the market and sell it and all that complicated stuff.
I'm sorry. I really don't understand what you're saying. You're joking, right? Are you seriously asking me to give you my house for free?
What's so hard to understand? I want your house. It's a pretty simple sentence. My family and I are living in an apartment right now, but it's really small and cramped for all four of us. Our kids are getting bigger by the day, so it would be great if we could have a place that has more rooms so they can each have their own space. They need privacy after all. Your house is detached and it's really big too. Your kids each have their own room, don't they? My kids could use their rooms after you left. It's perfect for my family and it's great timing if you're moving out of your house. I'll take it for you and save you a lot of trouble. It's a win-win situation. You'll give it to us, won't you?
That's really funny. I'm happy that you're so fond of our choice of property, and I'm flattered, really. You really love jokes, don't you, Charlotte?
What? I'm not joking about anything, though. And I'm not trying to flatter you. I really do want your house.
What? You're being serious? But you're asking me to give you my house for free. You're just joking, aren't you? No one in their right mind would expect someone to give them their house just like that.
What's the problem? You're not just someone. We're friends.
What? You honestly think that friends would give each other an entire house for free?
Yeah, so what if I do? I'm being super serious. I want your house, so why won't you give it to me? I'm telling you, I'll take it from you for free. It'll save you a lot of time and stress dealing with selling it. You don't need it anymore, so I'll take it for you. It's a waste to just leave it behind and not do anything with it, so I'll take it off your hands. You don't have to thank me. I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. And I really do love what you've done with the place, so the both of us might get a lot out of it. I can tell that you've put a lot of thought into the interior design too. It's really beautiful. I love that the living room is really big too. It can't have been this big when you bought the house, so it must have cost a lot to have it reformed. My kids will love watching TV and having parties in this room. Oh, I'm sure that my husband will love living here too.
Okay, hold on. You haven't moved in yet. I haven't even given an affirmative, and you're already imagining living in my house and lording your so-called favor over me?
What? But it's a really big favor I'm doing you.
Calm down. You should listen to what you're saying. Because you really don't make any sense at all. You recognize that it took a lot of time and money to make this house the way it is, and yet you still want me to give it to you for free? I don't understand you at all. Are you okay? Do you have a fever or something? Are you delirious? You should really read your messages back and take a second to confirm if you're fine with the nonsense you've been typing up until now.
Why should I do that? All I'm doing is asking a friend if she can give me her house. Yeah, you've worked hard on making it into a home, but you're moving to another place so you don't need it anymore.
Normally, when people move out of a property they own, they sell their homes. I think that's common sense. People don't just give up their homes for free to a friend. Even if it was family, a house is way too big of an investment to give away. And usually, the person on the receiving end wouldn't accept such a thing for free either. If it were me, I would at least offer to pay a monthly rent or something to make it worth it. But regardless of whether you want it or not, we're going to sell this house. We've already spoken with a real estate agency. Because of all the work we've put into it, I think we can get a good price for it. We're going to put this house on the market.
What? You never told me that. I thought we were friends. How could you decide to sell it without offering it to me first?
I'm sorry. Do you think you're the victim in this situation? Why are you making it sound like I stabbed you in the back? I told you earlier that we had already gotten advice from a real estate agent, didn't I?
I don't remember that. But if you really thought of me as a friend, you'd give it to me for free, wouldn't you? That's the normal thing to do. I can't believe you'd sell it before offering it to your friends.
We're talking about a house, right? It's not the same as making you and your son's lunch every day and making sweets whenever you come over. It's an entire house you're asking for. You're just asking me to give you a perfectly sellable house. For free. Just because we're friends? I've never heard of anything like that before.
I thought we were friends, but I guess it was just me that thought of you like that, even though we had so much fun together up until now. I'm shocked that you won't give me your house. It makes me wonder what the point was in being so close. I never knew you were so selfish.
What? You're calling me selfish? Says the woman that never cooks her own lunch and has never invited me to have dinner at hers despite the countless number of times I've made her lunch for her? How can you be such a hypocrite? And I thought we were friends for the sake of being friends, not because we expected free gifts from each other when one of us moves. And you're asking for a house? How does that even make any sense? Of course I'm not giving you my house for free. If you want it, you'll have to go through the proper procedures to buy it off the market. At the very least, I'll let you know when we put it out for sale.
Seriously? You're gonna make me buy your house? I can't believe you'd say something like that. And I can't believe you'd bring up lunch like that. I thought you were happy to make lunch for me. And you have the bigger house, so of course you'd be the host for our lunches. You're really horrible. You're saying that because you know I don't have the money to buy your house at the market price. I can't afford the things you can, you know. Just because you and your husband make a lot of money doesn't mean that you can look down on me like that.
I haven't said a single thing about being better than you just because I have more money. I just said that if you want my house, you can buy it. I can't give it to you for free. You're the one that's taking advantage of my kindness. I'm surprised that anyone could think that giving houses away was normal. I don't know how much money you think I have, but it's not enough to start giving things away for free. That's all I wanted to say.
Why should I have to pay for it? You should just give it to me. I've already told my husband. What am I supposed to do now?
Huh? What did you tell him?
I messaged him to tell him that I'll be able to get a free house from a friend. I already told him and he's really excited about it, so you have to give it to me. I let him know that he can come and take a look at it today while he's out. His shift should be ending soon, so I think he'll be there in an hour or so.
Wait. Your husband is coming to look at my home? Today? But I'm not there. How do you plan on getting in?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. When I came to visit the other day, I found a spare key when I was looking through the drawers of that cabinet you have in the corridor. I took it home with me so that I could use that to get into the house. You don't mind, of course. It'll be my house in a few weeks anyway.
This is unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm reading right now.
I'm already inside, so it's a bit too late to tell me I can't. I've brought my sons with me, so we're watching TV in the living room. It would be really nice if you could leave this flat screen behind for us too. It's the perfect size for such a big room. Once my husband comes, he'll be taking a tour of the house and see what we think. But I think it's obvious he's not going to say no to such a great house. He was so happy to hear that you'll be giving it to us for free. He was saying that this must be an early Christmas miracle or something. Oh, isn't he cute? He was just like a little kid that got the present he had been dreaming of.
Wait a minute. This is too much for me to take. Are you telling me you've broken into my house? Why would you tell him something so irresponsible? I haven't agreed to anything like that. Not to giving you my house, and certainly not to you having a house tour while I'm out. What you're doing right now, that's called trespassing. It's a crime. You're breaking the law. Do you understand?
Oh, don't be like that. We're friends. This doesn't count. And it's going to be mine anyways. What's so bad about me visiting my future house? Don't make such a big deal out of it. You should chill out a bit more.
Are you crazy? That's still my house. We haven't moved out yet, and our stuff is still there. And I haven't said anything about giving you my house. This entire conversation has been me saying that I'm not giving it to you. I told you, if you want it, you have to buy it. How many times do I have to tell you that I'm not giving it to you before you understand? Would you please listen to what I'm saying? I want you out of my house, right now.
Sorry, I don't understand. My kids are having fun watching their favorite TV show, and my husband's on his way. Don't worry, your house is in safe hands. It's gonna be mine in a few weeks, so it's not like we'd break anything.
You've broken into my house with a stolen key, and you're telling me not to worry? What's wrong with you? There's something seriously messed up about this situation. You're actually terrifying me. Why are you even looking through our cabinet anyway? You didn't just find the spare key, you were looking for it and you got lucky. You're a criminal.
You're overreacting. We're always visiting you. Why is this any different? We'll go as soon as my husband's taken a look at the house. It's okay, I won't let him or the kids go through your things in the bedrooms. Though, it would be interesting if we found something.
What are you going on about? It's completely different. I'm not just worried about you going through my stuff. That's the least of my worries. The problem is that you're breaking and entering. I can't believe this. I won't be able to go home until tomorrow, and I can't trust a word you say. I'm calling the police.
Ah, you're gonna call the police over something like this? You're making a big deal out of nothing. All I did was borrow your key. We're supposed to be friends. Can't you relax a little?
You didn't borrow it. I didn't say you could take it. You stole it. Friends don't do things like this. And you've broken our trust, so I don't even think of you as a friend anymore. Please get out of my house. I'm asking you nicely. If you don't, I'm calling the police.
Oh, but I was thinking about making steak for dinner. I've already prepared the vegetables and the pan's already warmed up.
What? What do you mean? Steak? I don't understand. Are you trying to make dinner in my house? And of all the things you can make, you're going to make steak?
I found some really delicious looking meat in the fridge, so I thought it would be a great idea for dinner. I asked the kids and they seem really excited. They're really hungry after running all over the place, so I've already started prepping everything. All that's left is to broil the meat.
You've got to be kidding. You let your kids run all around my house, and you're going to fill them up with food from my fridge?
We've got to put the kids first, Isabel. They're hungry. I've got to feed them. If I wait until I get home, then they'll end up going to bed much later, and you know how kids get when they stay up late. We'll go home as soon as we've eaten dinner, I promise.
How can I trust any promise you make after you've broken into my home and gone through my fridge? God knows what else you've done without telling me. You clearly think that it's okay to break the law and invade our privacy? Why shouldn't I call the police?
Okay, yeah, I went through some of your stuff and I started cooking without asking you, but it's not like I did anything bad. It's not something worth involving the police in.
You must have a screw loose if you really think that. You understand that this is a crime, don't you?
Oh, don't exaggerate. You're being such a drama queen.
I guess there's no point in trying to deal with this between us, so you give me no choice. I've already called one of my neighbors to check up on the house and told her that you're trespassing. She kindly agreed to be there when the police arrived to explain what's going on.
What? You've already told someone I'm here? And you called the police on me? Why would you do that? I thought we were friends. You're going way too far with this. Call them and tell them it's a mistake.
You keep on repeating that you thought that we were friends, but that's my line. You're the one that stepped over the line by breaking into my house. I can't believe you'd do something so stupid.
Wait a second, Isabel. Did you really call the police on me? Are they actually coming here? My husband's already on his way. He said he's going to be here in 10 minutes. Could you just wait a little longer? As soon as my husband arrives, we'll look around really quickly and go home after we've eaten dinner. It won't take that long, so can you just call the police and tell them not to come? I swear, we'll be gone in an hour.
You're absolutely crazy if you think that's okay. You're breaking and entering. All I'm doing is reporting a crime to the police. How about you calm down and think about what you're doing? How would you feel if this was done to you? I don't think you'd be very happy either.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you this angry. I thought you'd be okay with it because we're friends. I'll apologize. Please tell the police that you made a mistake. I'll do anything you ask. Just please don't have me arrested. Oh no, someone's at the door. They keep on ringing the doorbell. What do I do? What do I have to do for you to forgive me?
It's my neighbor. She's come to see if you're still there. Why don't you answer the door and explain to her what you're doing in my house? And it's a little too late to beg for my forgiveness. You should have left the house when I first asked you to. Actually, no. You should have never stolen my key if you didn't want the police to get involved. I hope that you'll finally understand that what you've done is a crime and learn to never make the same mistake again after getting the punishment you deserve.
Wait, Isabel, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to make you this angry. I thought you'd be okay with it because we're friends. I heard the rumors about you moving, and I've always liked your house. I just thought it would be nice to live in a place like this, and just wanted to show my husband, that's all. If anything, I wish you would just take it as a compliment. I didn't want to make you angry, I swear. I'm really sorry. Can you please forgive me?
It's too late for apologies. You've already done more than enough to ruin our friendship. You can explain the rest to the police because I'm done listening to your excuses. I'm going to let the other moms in the neighborhood know about what you did, so they'll be more cautious when they invite you into their homes. That's if they ever feel comfortable with letting you in after they hear about what happened today. I'll be speaking to the kindergarten too, just in case.
What? You don't have to do that. If you tell everyone, nobody will want to have lunch with me. I'm really sorry. Can we just forget about all of this? I'm apologizing, so can't you forgive me just this once? I won't ever do it again. Isabel, I can hear a police siren. You didn't call them off? Are they still coming to the house?
That's right. Why would I call them off? You wouldn't leave, so what other choice did I have? They're going to arrest you for breaking and entering. It's a shame that your children have to watch their mother getting arrested, but it might be a good chance for them to realize that what you've done isn't okay. Besides, it was your decision to bring them with you when you trespassed into my home. You'll have to explain that to the police as well. I don't know how much your husband knows about you stealing my key and getting into my house without my permission, but I hope that he has enough sense to know that what you've done is wrong and will be able to teach your children not to copy your actions. I hope that the effect this will have on your family, friendships, and most of all your life will teach you a lesson. Goodbye. The police arrived at Isabel's home, and Charlotte ended up being taken away to the nearest police station to be questioned. But before she was taken away, she had made a futile effort to deceive the police and had been telling them that she was just house-sitting. Thankfully, the neighbor that Isabel asked to check on her home stayed with the police to explain what she had heard from Isabel herself over line. She told the police on Isabel's behalf that Charlotte had never been asked to house sit, and that the key she used to enter the house was stolen. Charlotte's lies and excuses were meaningless, and the police officers were able to get a better idea of the situation. As for Charlotte's children, they had been nagging their mother for dinner, but when the police arrived, they finally realized that they might be in trouble. Of course, they didn't understand what for, so they were very, very relieved when their father's car appeared. Charlotte's husband had also been looking forward to having dinner, so he was surprised to find her standing with the police out on the street. After hearing the truth, he took their children home. Charlotte herself was stuffed into the back of a police car and taken away. Isabel couldn't forgive Charlotte for what she had done and decided to press charges. Luckily for Charlotte, she was charged guilty but managed to avoid time in prison by paying compensation to Isabel. However, because of the scene that she had made outside Isabel's house with the police, the entire neighborhood found out about why she had been arrested within days, and she lost all the friends she had because nobody wanted to invite someone so untrustworthy into their home. As a result, she and her family ended up moving away. Charlotte's story teaches us that being too self-centered can have deep and irreversible effects on our relationships. I hope we can all learn from her and avoid being too selfish ourselves.
I'm really looking forward to your guys' wedding tomorrow. I'm sure I'll get all emotional over it and probably cry just a bit.
Why would you cry over it? You're the one that's already married, right? I have no idea what would make you want to cry at my wedding of all places.
Well, I'll probably start to remember our past together and all that, which will lead me to crying. I mean, you're 5 years younger than me, and from the moment you were born, I've always thought of you like my baby.
Could you stop saying things like that about me? It's really embarrassing, actually. But I guess I have to thank you for a lot of things. You've always been there for me when I needed someone most, so thank you.
Now you're just trying to get me to cry, aren't you? Thanking me for all that.
But I want to know why you're crying. There's nothing you should be crying about right now. If anything, you should be celebrating me on my big event.
I know I should be, and I will come your wedding day. I'm just going to have to make sure I bring my handkerchief tomorrow is all. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, I've never met your fiancé in person before. Actually, I don't think her and I have ever even spoken to one another before.
That's a good point. You were never around back when she came over to see Mom and Dad for the first time. And I guess ever since that day, we never got around to having you come out to see her.
Seems that way. I'm sure it'll be a bit strange to be meeting her for the first time tomorrow, but I'm guessing it'll be all right.
You'll be fine. Brittany's a really calm woman, and she seems to get along with pretty much everyone. So have fun tomorrow, when you both get to talking.
All right, I will. I'm sure I'll be super anxious about it tomorrow, but I'll do my best. We as a family have to make sure we're all on good terms with one another, especially since I'll be getting a new sister-in-law.
Don't get so worked up over it. You'll be 100% fine. I want you to have a really fun time at our wedding tomorrow, so please, take it easy.
Well then, I'll do my very best. Why did you come here? You have no right coming here on this day to show your face to all of us. Are you not embarrassed by what you're doing? Get the hell out of here, you hag! Hold on a second. What is going on here? What is actually going on with you right now? Why did you do that to me of all people? What's with you coming up to me and slapping me in the face? Well, maybe it has to do with you being Roger's ex-girlfriend and that you came to his wedding to show your face. What are you thinking? Have you ever tried taking a look at the bigger picture here? No way you came to this place on this specific day by accident. Ex-girlfriend? You're talking about me? I'm not Roger's ex-girlfriend. Yes, you are. You sure are his ex, and there's no doubt about it. Who else would it be besides you, of all people? Why the hell has his ex-girlfriend come to our wedding? Ugh, this is beyond crazy to me, and I want you to know that. Just hold on a second, all right? You have the complete wrong idea about me. Just calm down for a second and let's talk all this through. You think I'm going to be able to chill out after my man's ex showed up out of the blue? Are you really the bride for this wedding today? You just made a terrible misjudgment and acted upon it by slapping me in the face and then kicking me out of the wedding hall. Do you not feel as though you went a bit overboard by doing all of that? You shut up. You're the one that's taken things overboard here. Why the hell did you come here today? Are you here to try and get in the way of my love for Roger or something? I'm sorry that you still have feelings for a guy that doesn't care for you anymore, but get lost, you hag! Brittany, I am not his ex-girlfriend. I'll keep saying that to you until the end of time if you'd like me to. Get lost, you hag! Can you please just give me a second to talk to you about this? You're being way too overbearing over there, and I would like to tell you the truth. I can leave this wedding if that's what you want from me, but before I go for good, can you please just listen to what I have to say about myself? I've been telling you that I am not Roger's ex-girlfriend, so could you please give it a rest? It's frickin' rude. I want you to apologize to me first about slapping me in the face like that, all right? I saw you cuddling with Roger just a second ago, though. What? Oh, I was hugging him, yes. Look, you're confessing to being his ex-girlfriend right now. Did you actually think you were going to squeeze your way out of this one? I know that there's still something going on between you, and I want it gone. If not, I'm only going to take things further with you. He'd better not be cheating on me with you. I told you you're wrong about all that. He and I have always hugged one another when meeting with each other, so there is no real meaning behind it besides it being a hug. And this time I was hugging him as a way of congratulating him on having a wedding. You are so annoying for an ex-girlfriend. I don't give a crap about what you guys have been doing with one another. Brittany, I am telling you that I am not his ex-girlfriend. Far from one, in fact. Well, if you're not his ex-girlfriend, then why were you cuddling with him? No matter how you try and think of it, something's not right here. No matter how you try and think of it, there is no good reason for Roger to be inviting his ex-girlfriend to his wedding. And that's why I was asking you about it. Why the hell did you come all the way here uninvited to be at your ex's wedding? Do you still not get how crazy you are after that slap? Perhaps I have to hit you even harder to get you to understand. I can't do this anymore. You're not even listening to me. No matter what I try and say to you, you just seem to keep going back to calling me his ex, and I just don't have the energy anymore for you. Go ahead and keep believing that I'm his ex. You don't seem to have the mental capacity to think things through anymore. I don't need to think anything through when it comes to you. I didn't ask for my man's ex to come to his wedding and cuddle with him, so get lost already. There is no place here for a depressed and lonely old hag, so go home. Then take care of my little brother for me, please. What? Wait a second. What do you mean your little brother? I'm going to head home now from this circus you're running. I'm sure some people will become really upset, though, when they realize Roger's older sister is nowhere to be found. But I'm not having any fun at this wedding for my brother and his reckless fiancé. Tell Roger to have a great day with you and that I'm out of here. Wait a second, please. Could this mean that you're Carly? That's me. You're Roger's older sister, Carly. I just told you that's me, right? And I've been saying over and over again that I am not his ex-girlfriend. But you never chose to hear me out on it. What? So then you really are Carly. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I had heard from Roger before that his ex-girlfriend was older than him, so, well, it looks like I was a little confused is all. I happen to be pretty reckless sometimes, you know. You happen to be pretty reckless? Just like what I said about you a second ago as well? But let me ask you this. Do reckless people normally go through all the trouble to slap someone they know nothing about? I might have called you reckless myself, but I might have to take that back. You're just an explosive idiot with no control over their emotions. I'm sorry, Carly. I never meant anything hurtful by doing that. At the time, I was just a little anxious is all. So now that I've had time to calm down, do you think you could maybe come back here? I think you and I should talk about this face to face. The wedding will be starting here pretty soon as well, so if you could hurry back here, we can have a little time to talk. No, thank you. What? No, thank you? What? Why not? You shouldn't have to be asking me why. I hate hearing you ask for me to come back to your wedding after what I just went through with you. Do you even have any idea what you just did to me then? Why are you asking me to come back to your wedding now? Stop getting so worked up over that and come back here. Me, the bride, is asking you to get your butt back here this instant. Excuse me? And why do I have to listen to what you want me to do now? Are you going to keep talking back to me like that just because I made a small mistake? If anything, you're the reason I made that mistake in the first place. Why, if you were his older sister, did you not say something to me sooner? You could tell that I had the wrong idea of you, so you should have tried stopping me sooner. You had no reason to not be stopping me then. Hold on. Even though you didn't know who I was, your first response shouldn't have been to come and punch me. Well, I saw you cuddling with my man. And had you just kept a calm head, you might have seen that we weren't cuddling. We were just hugging as family members do. Both Roger and I have been very close to one another all our lives, and that's why we hug so often. And actually, everyone hugs their family members on a very common basis, so I'm not sure what made you think that was us cuddling. I can't believe you're getting upset with me over something as simple as a hug between brother and sister. But I didn't know about that at the time. I'm telling you that all you had to do was stop me when you noticed I had the wrong idea of you. And I told you repeatedly that I wasn't his ex-girlfriend, right? What are you trying to do here, Brittany? Maybe listen to what people are saying next time, you rude witch. It's not my fault that you chose not to ever listen to anything I was saying. And you even went and slapped me in the face, the hardest I've ever been slapped, actually. All I wanted to do today was come and enjoy my little brother's wedding, but instead I had to get assaulted by the bride of all people. Well, get over it now. I'll apologize to you some more, okay? I'm sorry. That should be enough to get you to forgive me, right? What do you mean? Would you please just give it up already? It's time for you to just forgive me now and come back to this wedding. I'm not a bad person like you're trying to think, all right? A person that jumps to conclusions in an instant and then slaps a person for no good reason isn't a bad person? If you're not the bad person I've been led to believe you are, then show me some proof of you doing good things, Carly, I told you that all of that was just me getting the wrong idea at the time. You and I are going to become sisters-in-law, so now let's stop all this fighting and make up. You understand that someone like me is not a bad person in any way, right? I think it's best you and I start being good friends now, all right? No, this is all not all right. I really have no desire to become close to someone like you now. Why not? You're going to lose all interest in me just because of one tiny little incident between us? How about you have a more open mind for people like me? What was that? Who do you think you are to be saying something like that to me? I am asking you to please forgive me. I have been apologizing for all of that, all right? Hurry up and please get back to this wedding. It's not a good idea to make such a big deal out of something that was just a simple accident, okay? Don't you feel that Roger will be sad to hear about something like this happening between us? How about you think about him for a change? I don't care how he's going to feel about all this. I'm not going back there. I am asking you to please just stop it with all that pouting and come back here so that we both can make up. It was just one mistake on my part, so let it go already. You and I are both wonderful women, and we should be getting along with one another. All I've learned from how you've treated me today is that we will never be getting along with one another. Now stop trying to win me back over to your side because it's not happening. No, it's not that I'm trying to win you back over. I'm sure you just want to be good friends now, but if everyone at that wedding were to find out about what you did to me, there would be trouble for you, right? You know that when Roger hears about this, things will be intense. And that's why you've started to freak out a bit and want me back there. I was slapped by you really hard today, though. That was just a spasm, per se. I didn't mean anything by that slap, so I'm very sorry for it. Brittany, in this world, there are things that can be dealt with using a simple apology, and things that cannot be dealt with that way. That slap that you hit me with today tore up the inside of my mouth. I was just planning on being with my family today to see my brother get married, and now I'm on my way home with a bloodied mouth. I am never going back to that wedding, no matter how you try and coax me into it. I have said sorry to you so many times now, and you're still not happy with me? I've already gone and told Roger that I'm not going to be at the wedding today. What? You already went and told him about what happened between us? Why the hell would you do something as stupid as that to me? You should have told me you were doing that before going ahead with it. You are so gosh dang annoying. Why don't you stop complaining about everything I'm doing and think about what you've done for a change? As of right now, Roger is very frustrated with you. Hold on a sec. Really? I'm starting to get loads of phone calls from him right now. Is he going to yell at me over what happened? I'm sure he will. And while you're dealing with Roger, I'm going to be calling the police and asking them what I should be doing after you assaulted me. What? The police? You knew this was coming next, right? You slapped me in the face with the force of a punch. The inside of my mouth was torn up by that slap, and I got blood all over my clothes. What you've done to me was a clear example of you assaulting me. Wait, though, you can't be serious about me actually assaulting you. I never meant for that slap to be so powerful that it actually hurt you. I just wanted you to understand how upset I was with you for coming to my wedding as someone I assumed was Roger's ex. That slap was seriously not meant to be that strong. You can keep trying to make up excuses for it, but it's not helping anything. I hope that you'll regret what you did to me. Goodbye now. Wait, Carly! Can't we please just make up and become family? You really want to make up now? What the actual hell do you think you're talking about right now? Did you not just call me a depressed and lonely old hag before? I did, but I know now that all of that was not okay. I do not want for my wedding to Roger to be canceled because of this. And actually, this wedding isn't going to be canceled, right? So please, let's just get over what happened and be nice to one another. Look, it will all be for your brother's sake, right? What happened this time? I really felt your anger from it. And, well, I don't want my little brother being married to someone who thinks that it's okay to just assume things and lash out because of it. He is my cute little brother, and he deserves to be with someone just as cute as him. You and him are not getting married to one another as long as I'm around. What? You're not even wanting us to get married now? But today is the day of our wedding, right? And I really hope that your wedding is stopped from happening here soon. And if it does happen, so be it. Just know that I won't be there to witness it. But if you're not here to do anything about what's happened, this wedding won't happen. Roger is absolutely furious with me right now. I know for a fact now that if you're not here to stop him, this wedding is going to be over with. Do something to make this wedding happen. I don't want to lose everything I've worked so hard for. I'm out of here. You are asking the complete wrong person to help you out right now. You really think I'd be willing to go through all that trouble of saving your wedding after what you did to me? No way. Maybe, from the start, you should have been thinking things through a bit more before you chose to act on your feelings like that. I'm sure that after this, you and I won't be talking again, so have a great rest of your life. But be aware that your wedding is pretty much over with, and you're going to become his next ex-girlfriend. In the end, Roger and Brittany got into a huge argument before having their wedding canceled. Brittany ended up having to deal with the choice he made, and once he announced that the wedding was off, Brittany's parents lost all faith in her as their daughter. Later on, I ended up calling the police on Brittany and told them about how she'd hit me and that I wanted there to be consequences for it. As of right now, the police have been questioning her over what happened and made sure to tell the company she'd been working for about it, making it likely she'll lose her job. And as for myself and my brother, we are planning to have her both pay for the canceled wedding and for the damages she caused to me with that slap. Brittany won't have her parents around her to help her out either, and will be left to find her own way of making up the money to pay everything off. When it comes to how Roger's been feeling after all that happened, he's really glad that I was able to expose the true Brittany to him, and has been thanking me for it every chance that he gets. I'm just glad that we got to find out who Brittany really was as a person before my brother tied the knot to her and walked into what would very well be a miserable future for all of us in the family.
I'm so happy to hear that you're able to go on that trip to Hawaii on that date. The fact that we're all going to be able to go on this trip as a family is just wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to it. But Grant, is this really going to be okay? Doesn't Sandy just want this trip to be for the two of you instead of all of us? I'm sure that she does want it to be only us going. But I think she'll be able to understand why I want all of us going. Also, this time is a little different than most other trips, right? This time, I'm trying to bring Mom back out with us, and so the whole point is to spend family time with everyone. Sandy just mentioned that she wanted to come on this trip as well with everyone else. So that's why she's coming along. Her and I already went on one really expensive trip as well last year. So I doubt this will bother her any. Is that right? Well, as long as this is alright with you, then I feel alright about coming. I'm the one paying for the whole trip this time, so she really doesn't even get a say in the end on it. I heard about all of that from Mom already, and I feel bad. Can you at least let me pay for the flights or something like that? Well, I'd really like to pay for everything from start to finish this time around, okay? I'm asking you to please let me handle all the bills on this vacation, and for you and everyone else to just enjoy it. I suppose I'll have to then. I'd really love to at least put a little money into the trip, but I understand what you want. If you really don't want anyone else putting any money into this, then I'll have to respect that. Thank you, Grant. I'll really be looking forward to taking off on that trip soon.
All of you really need to get a hold of yourselves. What makes you think you could just butt into this vacation that was meant for the two of us? I can't even believe why you both think it's fine to even sit down for meals with us and order off our bill. Making my husband pay for everything like this is an all-expenses-paid kind of deal. Kent, is this the kind of behavior you think an older brother should have?
Excuse me? What are you going on about all of a sudden? Grant said that he was willing and wanting to pay for everything on this trip, so I'm only respecting his word on that. So can you tell me why something between him and his family has you all up in arms now?
I'm even more surprised about the fact that he even let the two of you on this trip in the first place with us. And when we went out for this first dinner, I thought at the very least you or your mom would be willing to pay for all our meals as a thank you for letting you come out to Hawaii with us. I really did think that one of you two, or the both of you, would be paying, and that's why I ordered all those expensive appetizers and drinks, but I was wrong. Why is Grant the only one that has to pay for everything?
It's not that he has to pay for any of us, actually. He told both myself and our mom that he wants to be the one to pay for everything. So we're letting him do as he asked. And what do you mean you ordered all those expensive dishes and drinks when you thought it'd be us paying? That's a little bit... Well, it just doesn't sound very nice of you.
Why wouldn't I order all the most expensive things when I don't even have to pay? What's so wrong about that, Kent? And as for you two, that restaurant wasn't cheap. So you both did the same thing by coming along and even ordering anything there, all because my husband is a lawyer, right? You think you can use him as your wallet or something? Is this due to the two of you being absolutely moneyless and that's why you need to leech off my husband?
What are you talking about?
I even heard that Grant's having to pay for the plane tickets and the hotels. Am I right? Does that not seem messed up to you? Do you poor people plan to keep on living off my husband like parasites when we get back home as well?
Sandy, are you drunk or something? There can't be any other reason for you saying such rude things about all of us, right? No, I think that it'd be best for you if you just calm down a little bit and come back to me when you've had a little time to think.
You think I could just calm down while something like this is going on with my husband's money? I know that both you and your mom are planning on using up even more of my husband's money even after this vacation, right? You actually think I'm just going to let the two of you poor losers live on Grant's income like that?
Huh? The only reason we're on this trip with you both right now is because Grant invited the two of us, so we accepted his invite. Yet, you're going to become this upset over something as simple as that?
An invitation, huh? I know that the two of you forced him to bring you guys along. And since Grant is the kindest man I know, he couldn't say no to you both forcing that idea on him. I know that in reality this trip was just meant to be for the two of us to enjoy more time together alone. Well, if you both think that you can keep on using up my husband's and my money, you're wrong.
Sandy, neither my mom nor I plan to use any more of your guys' money than Grant is allowing. And the reason for this current trip is that Grant wanted all of his family together while we enjoy the beautiful islands of Hawaii. So both my mom and I followed along in his plan and joined him on this very generous vacation. So I'd like for you to stop taking jabs at the two of us when we've done nothing wrong.
You both are using up our money to live like you're royalty here, you parasites.
You're taking things way too far here.
I'm only telling the truth, right? If I'd known that you and your mom would end up latching onto my husband like this and leeching off everything we've worked so hard for, I would have never married him. I had thought that I won the lottery by finding a man who loves me, who also turned out to be a lawyer and would bless me with a life full of money and wonders. I at least expected that we'd be able to save up a lot of money and go on a bunch of exotic vacations together. After all, right after marriage, he was forcing me to save up a bunch of his money instead of spending it all on the really nice brands I wanted. I thought that money would be going to something like a really huge surprise trip for me or something like that. But now I'm left wondering why he's brought both of his moneyless family members along with him, and it's starting to drive me nuts. I have no idea what's even going on here now.
My family has always been a group of pretty frugal people. So I don't think him asking you to save his money for the future was meant for any sort of surprise or something similar to that.
I don't care whether he's a bit frugal or not. I understand the truth now, and that's what I'm going to act on now.
What is this truth you're talking about?
He saved up all his money by both you and your mom so that you guys can leech off of it. You're both his heavy and unnecessary bags. So I'd like the two of you poor losers to leave us, and then after you've made it back home, to cut ties to us. All you both are is two piles of trash that are blocking our marriage from being so amazing.
I get that you're trying to paint both my mom and I as two terrible people by saying things such as that. But have you even taken a moment of your time to talk with Grant about all of this? How about instead of running your mouth around me, you go have a talk with him? I'm sure he'll give you a very good explanation on all of this.
I'll get an explanation from him after all this is over, but first I need the two of you to go home. It's pissing me off that two parasitic relatives of my husband are here right now on this Hawaii trip feeding off of all of our money. How about you guys stop forcing your brother to pay for you guys' vacations and make some money to pay for your own?
We'll head back home, but you're going to regret this, Sandy.
You think I'd actually do something as ridiculous as regret sending you both away for good? Please!
Well then, let's end it here. I don't have time to talk with you about all of this anymore. We'll get our own hotel for tonight, and then head back home tomorrow. My mom and I have had enough of your childish behavior.
Goodbye now! And then, make sure that neither of you ever come back into my husband's and my life ever again, okay?
I think we'll be meeting with Grant every now and again, but in your case, we'll never have to worry about seeing you. Now, have a wonderful rest of your trip.
Where are the two of you right now? Please don't tell me that you both left Hawaii already.
We are just about to take off. What do you want with us now, though?
Grant is furious with me right now. Did you end up saying something to him about last night?
Well, him figuring out about how the two of us are leaving probably pissed him off pretty badly. You ended up using a very selfish and childish reason for wanting the two of us gone. And then told us to both get out of Hawaii and never talk to either of you again, right?
I wasn't being selfish when I told you both that. I just had been worried about my husband's and my money is all. And since him and I still have a long future ahead of us, we have a good reason to be worried, right?
You have no idea what's been going on here.
Huh?
Did you know that the only reason your husband is a lawyer right now is not due to his own dedication? After failing again and again at those exams he was taking, my mom and I went to him and forced him to keep going, even though he wanted to give up. So the reason he wanted a trip like this where he's paying for the both of us is as a thanks for pushing him past his limits and to a point where he could pass those exams.
You're telling me it's because of you and your mom that he's a lawyer? How the hell could you guys help him afford to take so many exams? You still have to live with your mom because you both barely have enough money as it is.
You could say that it's easier for me to get my job from my mom's house. But there's also the fact that I worry about my mom living all alone at her age. So those are the two reasons I'm living with her still. It has nothing to do with money. My mom still has a lot of the money that my father left behind for her after he passed away. and I'm working a pretty well-paying job. I've already made plans to get married to the woman of my dreams here soon. And after that, I'll be having a new house built for all of us. I'm sure you had no idea about any of this, nor about the fact that I'm working for a very popular company, and in a high managerial position there.
Huh? Who is?
I told you that I am. I get that you're trying to put me down by calling me poor and moneyless, but you're not in the position to be calling someone like me poor.
But you're in your 30s now and are still living with your mom and not even married yet. I thought that you were just some moneyless loser living in your room all day.
And before you started to have such baseless and rude ideas like that, you should have talked to me first. And by this point, I'm sure that Grant has already explained all of this to you, right?
Now that you're mentioning it, I feel he did say something about this before. But I thought he was just going on about some crap that didn't really mean anything, so I just ignored him. So is this all for real? You aren't just some moneyless loser?
I have no idea why you think it's totally fine to look down on someone you barely even know and have the balls to make fun of your own family like you have. I could go on over 100 trips to Hawaii if I really wanted to, Sandy. But I never really cared to. Until Grant came to me one day with all the plans laid out for a trip he wanted to take with all of his family. And both my mom and I were happy to see him wanting to take this vacation. And that's why we agreed to go along with him.
I don't care about any of that. I just want to know why none of you guys ever told me that to begin with.
I'm sure that Grant spoke to you about all of this before the trip, Sandy. But he told me that as he talked to you about it, you just sat there staring at your smartphone like you always do, and ignored him. Is that right?
Huh?
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's just a waste of time continuing this conversation with you. We are all aware now that after this, the only thing you've ever really cared about regarding my brother is his money. And we understand that very well, Sandy. I'm sure he's even aware of that now, right?
What are you talking about? Why would I only be after his money? Are you trying to make fun of me or something now? I am not after any of Grant's money like you think I am. I was just concerned that you and your mom were after his money, and that's why I stepped in to stop you both.
Stepping in to stop his own family? Why would he need to stop us when we already have our own money? These reasons you're giving me right now aren't lining up too well, Sandy.
I did all of this for Grant's sake, for our future's sake. So why are you all attacking me over it now?
Sandy, what do you think about calming down just a tad bit? When you think about all of this with a level head, you can see that what you've done had nothing to do with Grant.
Why are you all not going to believe me? I made sure to think this all through before acting.
All right. Go ahead and keep saying that about all of this then. But when it comes to anyone else looking at the situation, we'll all feel as though there was a different, far more selfish motive behind all you've done. You have been wanting to use up all of his money for yourself, and saw both my mom and I as being in the way of that. That's why you got rid of us, right? You hated the idea of him using his money, not even your money, to take us out for a treat to thank us, right? That right there is you acting selfishly about something that has nothing to do with you, right? If you really cared about Grant, you would have never said anything about what he was doing.
I'm sure you just see it all that way because you don't understand us. But both Grant and I have things going on of our own. And I bet he's going to understand why I did all of this when I explain it to him.
I'm sure that's going to be the case, but...
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
Grant went and had a look at the transaction history of that card he gave you to use.
Huh? Grant went and did that? Why would he do something like that? He shouldn't have had any reason to look at that until next month at the earliest.
he got a notification saying that the card had reached its spending limit. And so he had a look thinking it might have been stolen by someone, but he was mistaken. Because when he looked at everything, he realized you've been using the family card on all your spending. You've been going to all kinds of shopping malls and spending thousands and thousands on all your favorite brands. Buying so much that you went over your spending limit on that card. And just like that, we understood everything.
Are you telling me Grant was the one that saw all of that? You have to be lying, right? That's not good for me at all. Where is Grant at right now? I feel that he's left the hotel or something right now.
I can understand why he'd want to be on his own right now. Being alone in this world is a whole lot better than being with a parasite like you.
Are you calling me the parasite?
Are we talking about anyone else right now? You've been wanting all of his money for yourself, so you hate the idea of him spending it on anything that doesn't relate to you. And that's why you viewed my mom and I as being piles of trash in your guys' way, right? When you have a look at a situation like that, the only way we can describe you and your actions are that you're only caring about his money and nothing else.
No, I told you you're wrong about that. I didn't mean to do any of this for a reason like that. I mean, when I have things that I want when going on vacation, I buy them. What's so bad about that? Everyone does that, right? This was supposed to be a trip for the two of us anyway.
I'm going to be honest with you, that this trip was not meant for you. And what you're explaining to us now is not anything my mom and I care about. If Grant is okay with you spending all his money, then that's something you and him can agree on. But, as far as we could tell, you've gone way too far. Asking us not to use any more of his money and then sending us back home? All because you've been using his money up and even maxed out his family card? I think it's totally right for my brother to be upset with you now. Don't you? If you were really doing any of this for his sake, then you would have never spent that much money on things for only yourself.
Kent, how about we both settle down a bit and talk this all through?
My mom and I, and even Grant, are all calm right now. The only one that's having a bit of a panic attack right now is you, right?
Are things like the plans for this vacation at least going to still go as planned? I'm not sure where everyone has run off to, but how about we all meet up somewhere and enjoy our time here? We are all in Hawaii after all.
Right now, all of us are no longer in the mood to be on this vacation. And it looks as though Grant is already on his way out.
Huh?
It's all because of you that this whole family vacation that he had spent a long time planning has been ruined so quickly. But at least through all of his effort, we finally had a chance to learn what the real Sandy is like. I'm sure he's happy about that at least, right?
Huh, what does that mean? That doesn't sound like something good to me at all.
I think it's going to be very difficult for you two to continue as husband and wife after what's happened here. So, enjoy the rest of this trip by yourself, as it will most likely be your last time being here. The only one that was ever a parasite to Grant was you all along, Sandy.
And right after that, Grant sent a message to Sandy saying that he was going to get a divorce from her before going back home. He left her in Hawaii all by herself, and this move ruined her mental state for the rest of her time she was supposed to be enjoying there. And even after making it back home, Grant's mind had not changed about wanting to leave Sandy, and soon after he was able to get the divorce. As for that card that she ended up maxing out at $40,000, she was forced to have to pay for it, which of course she could not. She even tried running to Kent and his mom asking for their help in paying it off, but they just ignored her and left. As of right now, she's working hard to find herself a job, and hopefully she can do just that, as the sooner she finds a job, the sooner she can pay that card off without it getting more out of hand.